If your vibe is not calm, what do you think? Do you think she'll be?
She will be calm.
Go. Calm.
A quick question to you guys. How can we be mad at normies for simping when so many in the manosphere, even in our community, are just so ready to jump ship and simp just as hard given the chance? Most people in the manosphere, whatever pill they are, would turn their back on their community if they were tested with women. The hold females have over men is crazy. All of you in the comments aren't even given the chance to be played and used by women. That is the harsh truth, man. You ain't even got the chance yet. You wanna see the character of a man, you know what they say, go give them power. You wanna see the character go give them some female attention. The unfortunate fact here is that you don't have even enough SMV to be played with. Even when they just want someone to string along, they got better options than you. This is gonna annoy some of you, but this is simply the truth, man. Most people in the BP or MTAB community have a bigger simp in them than the average blue-pilled normie. Hey man, I am just calling it as it is. I'm including people in MTAB community as well. I don't care what your staff label is. People watching Fresh and Fit and all those podcasts that bring on a trio of force to roast them. Most of the guys watching those channels in manosphere circles who dunk on normies are not much different themselves. It is just most were never even given the chance to simp. Many of them are incels or borderline cells and haven't even been tested, haven't even been given the chance to be played by women. That is the only difference. Even when women wanna find an oofy doofy they can play and string along, they have better looking options than you. Kinda sad, but it is what it is, man. I'm just keeping it real. A lot of people in the manosphere community, on YouTube, on forums, on Twitter, whatever, they are not in this community because they contemplate on it, because they truly digest it or understand it on a deeper level, right? They are just here watching these videos because they can't even get to be played. That is it, purely out of frustration. Given the chance, they will be even bigger simps than normies. How do I know this? Because we have seen it happen time and time again. A woman who simply has some manners will smile to their face and you will see the blue pill creeping in. Oh bro, maybe there might be some cases where oofy doofy is legit. Oh, she showed me how the vending machine works. Maybe there is some truth to oofy doofy. Oh, a McDonald's worker said, careful, Paisarat. Maybe she meant something. Bro, that is all it takes for the blue pill to creep in.
So wait. So you were in a McDonald's drive-thru?
Let me ask you this: if this was her trying to mess with me though.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I ordered a pumpkin pie and an apple pie, and she's handing them to me. She reaches over, and she's like, be careful, the pies are hot. And she's like giving me a big old smile.
Like these guys didn't even get a phone number, and the blue pill is already creeping in. They didn't get played or even went on a date, and they are already ready to jump ship. Oh, I am the exception maybe. You ain't shit, bro. It is crazy how fast men can switch up. And this isn't only for, viewers. Content creators also, like, we have seen it happen time and time again. Think before you sleep, gets a girlfriend, then, sells out. Guys, if that happens to me, if there comes a day, I start saying stuff like, oh, you know what, man, oofy doofy, man, oofy da. Don't listen to me either. I am very clear on this, bro. Very clear. I would like to think if hot women, hot females were interested in me, I wouldn't change any of my opinions. I believe it won't happen, but if it happens to me, don't listen to me either. If someone says oofy doofy, don't listen to him. Clear. And guys, keep in mind that these are not some average Joe on the street. Think before you sleep. Even if they are not content creators, they are watching the videos. They are watching BP and MTAW content day in, day out. Dude, men are finished. If men in our circles are like that, what can we expect from the normie on the street? Like, how can we blame him? Men are finished, man. We have already lost.
It was revealed last year that people spent more than $5.6 billion on OnlyFans content last year. $5.6 billion! If you want to know how big that is the same value as the entire economy of Barbados. And with the way that OnlyFans works, the content creators get 80% of all that money. So in total, OnlyFans creators made $4.4 billion. To say that a lot of y'all are down bad is an understatement.
How can I be mad at the the average Joe on the street for paying female Twitch streamers for a picture of their feet, if alt of views do even cringier stuff, bro, ain't no way you are actually asking me these questions just because a hot chick responded back when you asked her how the vending machine works. I am mind blown. It is called manners, brother. If a 400-pound female asks me something, I am not gonna ignore her in front of other people. I am not gonna say, get out of my face, go drop 300 pounds first before you even try to talk to me. I am not gonna do that. People are not gonna do that. It is called manners. As a man, it is even worse for you. They could legit bury you under a prison if you do that. But it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean you are interested in her. Loneliness sadly broke some people, a lot of people. And I have a theory. My theory is this. The lower SNV a dude has, less likely he will truly digest and understand the lookism and genetic determinism on a deeper level. He is just here because, he's frustrated. Let's be real here. He hasn't been tested with women. Meanwhile, guys who has already gone through the ringer, the dating ringer, who had some success, to some degree at least, but still chose to be here, are more likely to understand the BP on a deeper level. And I know this is gonna piss off some of you, but it is just my theory, man. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if there is some IQ in play too. Like, according to the studies, there is a correlation, a strong and relevant correlation between IQ and a better looking face. I don't know, maybe when you are really a true cell, when it rains it pours, good genes come in a package, that kind of thing. Maybe it is more likely that, how to say this politely, it is more likely that you can interpret a female giving you directions when you ask her an address as a sign of her being interested in you. Let's put it like that. Like, you would think those guys would be the most observant about the BP, most self-conscious about the BP, since it stared them right in the face all their life, right? You would be mistaken. They are the first ones who will try to jump ship, who will try to cling on to any hope, no matter how delusional. Oh, she said careful, pies are hot. Bro, McDonald's workers say that to everyone. If you haven't been tested with females, there's a great chance you will be one of those guys who will backpedal on everything. Oh, that is my girlfriend. Watch your language, dude. First of all, it was me who told you about JBW. Brother, she's only interested in you because you are a white-looking foreigner. That is it. And she 100% puts out for other men as well. What? You think you are some special 10 out of 10 chat? These guys are finished, bro. Most people that are in manosphere circles, that watch manosphere content, whether it is me, MTAV channels, Fresh and Fit, those podcasts, the people watching them are watching those channels out of frustration. That is it. I have seen it so many times. Once they get a girlfriend in Thailand, oh, you can't call her that, that is disrespectful to my girlfriend. These guys get a little bit of juice and immediately forget who they were drinking water with. You know the saying, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You can take a person to the river, but you can't make him drink it. The only thing I can do is try to be a lighthouse and look for survivors. I have learned this a long time ago. There is no saving anybody that doesn't want to be saved. Since then, I don't argue with people. You can't stop a coper from coping. If you want to cope, there is nothing, no amount of videos, no amount of proof that I can present to you that is gonna change your mind. The best you can do is to be a lighthouse, showing the way to the survivors. But they gotta want to survive themselves. There is nothing you can do if they don't want to. I will just put my videos out there and that is that. That is the only thing I can do. You can make the best, the realest content ever. People will maybe like it, they will maybe praise it, but unless they experience it themselves, experience it firsthand, they won't truly understand it. They won't. So you can get offended if you want, but the future of most of you is the future of a beta box deluxe oofy doofy. Most of you, not everybody, but easily 60%, 70%. I am just being honest with you, man. Like, these videos are watched by tens of thousands of unique IPs. Most of them are just oofy doofies. That is just me being honest with you, man. A hot girl will smile to your face and you are gonna give it up. It just takes the right woman. A lot of yous get offended when I say stuff like, she will have to marry one of the guys under my comment section. Oh, why are you calling us oofy doofy? Why are you calling us beta box deluxe? Because 20 years down the line, that is gonna be you. First, a couple years later, you will meet a female who will smile to your faces after she's done, after she had her fun phase. She will smile to your face and you will think, maybe I am the exception, man. Maybe Rehab Room was wrong on Oofy Doofy. Maybe I am the one. You will trick yourself into thinking that until she divorces you. You complete the full evolution and go back to watching Hammerhand and TFM videos. That is what is going to happen to vast majority of men. The traces of hope engraved in male nature. Not only male nature, but human nature. And very few men, very few humans will be able to resist it. You wouldn't believe some of the stuff I hear from the community. They talk like, you know what, man, maybe it isn't like that. Dude, just spill it out. Just tell me what happened. What happened that you started talking like this? And keep in mind that these guys were all BP gods before. And all it took was a female, slightly attractive female, smiling to their faces. And that was the end of it. Comedians. The guys among our own are like that. How can I be mad at normies who never even heard about my channel? How can I be mad at them for paying females for feed pictures? It is crazy how fast they switch up once a female smiles at them. They go down the usual path. You know the story, the evolution. I had the meme of PUA evolution. This evolution is also similar. The one that ends with watching Hammerhand. All roads lead to Hammerhand. He's like Rome. All roads lead to him. First, they're gonna go down the dead bedrooms path. Get divorced, lose their savings, pay alimony, and when they are old and their beard color match with Hammerhands, they are gonna end up watching his live streams. That is the inevitable evolution, man.
How many of you guys in the chat right now go for this kind of woman? I wouldn't approach this kind of woman.
Another identical example of this is people's reaction to the JBW theory. The same phenomenon applies here as well, guys. The reality is people don't want the truth. They don't want the black pill. They just want their biases and experiences confirmed. The same thought process as the guy who starts to question everything once a female cashier smiles at him. Bro, JBW never meant to mean the difficulties you experienced in life are invalid. It is simply showing with evidence as well, with actual evidence that white men simply have a significant advantage in the dating market. Oh, you want this? No, dude, I don't want this. I am not happy with it. I am not advocating for it. All I was doing was just pointing out to the facts, was just the statement of facts. In pursuit of the truth, you gotta acknowledge facts, even if you are not happy with them, which is what the black pill is all about. You gotta acknowledge all facts, regardless of whether you like it or not, even if you are not happy with them, especially if you are not happy with them. It is easy to acknowledge the convenient truth. Everybody loves to do that. And if you go deny that, then you can't complain when normies deny lookism evidence with stuff like, oh, I know a guy, I know a balding short guy who slays. You can't say anything back to him because you are doing exactly the same thing. Oh, I know a guy. Oh, it doesn't happen to me. This isn't my experience at all. So it can't be the truth. Understand this. No such thing as halfway crook. You can't be going forward and backwards at the same time. You can't cherry pick the part of the BP that confirms, validates your specific experience and opinions and then deny the other aspects of it if they don't validate some perceived notion in your head based on how you interpret a specific experience or a specific outlier example. No matter how compelling and conclusive the evidence is, some people will reject the truth, no matter what. I want you guys to understand this. The guy who starts to believe in Oofy Doofy just because a girl at his school replied back when he asked her a question or smiled to his face, or a McDonald's worker said, "Careful, the pies are hot." And the guy who denies JBW just because he is white and he isn't successful in dating are the same people, are the exact same people. And they got mad at me for keeping it real with them. Bro, I don't want things to be this way, but it is just the way they are. One thing you quickly learn on YouTube is that people just want their opinions to be confirmed. They don't want the truth. They just want some comfort and feel like they are being understood. And consequently, you got manosphere content creators preying on them. This rejection of the truth comes at a cost, of course. Like every other cop. The guy will tell you what you want to hear for a fee. very, very few people are gonna keep it real on YouTube if/when it goes against their interest. You can't change human nature, man. You can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. But I will talk to you later. Don't be a free agent in life.